Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Rundown video. This is Mike at Walnut Investment Capital Group. Welcome to our first Daily Rundown videos. Our Daily Rundown videos are where I will be talking about my analysis of the stock market during the day, as well as going over some of the actions we're taking with stocks in our portfolio. So let's dive right into the actions that happened today. Today opened, we're up on the indices, the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. We're now back to the levels we were back in April at all-time highs. This is a crucial moment for the stock market. We need to be breaking this all-time high here. Otherwise, I fear that we will be losing momentum. So for the next week and also for probably about the next 2 weeks, it's important to be looking at these two indices, the S&P 500 as well as the Nasdaq. So let's talk about the stocks in our portfolio today and then some of the actions that we've taken. Let's first discuss GM, General Motors. This morning, analysts at Barclays upgraded the stock to $70 per share from $66. They maintained the overweight ratings. This is on the backdrop of the really well execution by CEO Mary Barra in the C-suite of GM. They also believe that the worst of the chip shortage is over and the company should be able to deliver top of the line guidance. However, the stock did not react well to this upgrade. It opened higher and then immediately got sold off. So we're not taking any actions yet. We're watching. It would be probably good for us if the stock does come down. We will be able to add more. There has been some recent weakness in the stock, the way it trades. Every time it makes new highs, there's some selling pressures that it meets. So we're watching this. Right now, no action is needed. Next stock we would like to talk about is Ford. Ford is getting at our price target of about $17. So we're taking some profit off the table here after a nice 20% run. So effectively today we trimmed a fifth of our position in Ford. We're hoping that it does come down to about $14 or $15 per share. That will give us some opportunity to add back in. Our bullish thesis in Ford still remains intact. The next stock I would like to talk about is Wynn, or Wynn Resorts. Recently, Wynn has been facing some pressures, all coming from the fact that the reopening in Macau and in Las Vegas, which are the places that Wynn own their properties, have been slow due to restrictions by the local governments, especially in Macau, where you've been seeing some COVID cases resurging. This is actually a good news for us that the market is selling on news of slow reopening. What that indicates is that the reopening thesis is not over yet. Many people have been thinking that the recovery play for the stock market is over now that things have gotten back to normal. But as you see, we're definitely not back to normal yet. There's still a lot of pent-up demand, and especially in Macau, cases are resurging there. So we're still a long way from recovery in our belief, and days like today is a good buying opportunity for Wynn. So we're adding we're adding some shares of Wynn. You can see it all in our website in the actions site. Last talk I'd like to discuss is Eli Lilly. So Eli Lilly made all-time high today on the backdrop of news from a different company, Biogen, on their approval, the approval of their Alzheimer's treatment by the FDA, or the Food and Drug Administration. Eli Lilly, as you know, or as you can read from our investment thesis in Eli Lilly, has a strong Alzheimer's pipeline. Their drug called Donanemab is developing, and this approval in Biogen's Alzheimer's treatment means or suggests that the FDA will now be pretty lenient towards approving Alzheimer treatments. And we believe that Eli Lilly's treatment for Alzheimer's is a better treatment than Biogen. And if Biogen got approved, it's going to be a pretty good chance that Eli Lilly's treatment will be approved as well. So shares of Lilly made all-time high today. We thought it would be good for us to trim a fifth of our position, realizing a 20% gain in the stock. Our thesis in Lilly has not changed. If anything, this should help improve that thesis that the outlook for Alzheimer treatments are getting better. So as I said, we trimmed some shares of Lilly today. Would be good if it comes down. We'll be able to add more. But those are the actions that we took today. Last point I want to make is about our swing trading activities. Today I won't be discussing any of the trading activities, but you can go take a look in the swing trade section of our website. So that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.